Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I am so humbled and grateful to be able to speak in front of you today about why your energy will be felt by everyone when you go on NoFap. Every single person will start feeling your energy. You're gonna leave traces of your greatness behind. You're gonna leave traces of your greatness behind when you decide to go on NoFap. And you're pretty intentional about your life now. See, before you were just you were being a straggler. You were just going with the flow. But now, since you've been on NoFap for a little bit, something hit you. A light bulb has hit your head, has been in your brain, and you start realizing that you can do a lot more for yourself and get to a place that not many people can say they've been. This is what starts to click. All cylinders start to click when you're on retention, when you're on NoFap. And your life's mission is to make your life literally the greatest that it can be. You're no longer playing distractions. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of things that don't mean anything. You're not giving way to everything. You're not everybody's man. You're a man with a purpose. You can't correlate with people who complain. You cannot correlate with people who complain because the thing about complaining is that if you complain, you stay the same. If you complain, you're subconsciously saying that you don't have any power to change your situation. And that is just not the case. That isn't the case. If you complain, you stay the same. So when you go on retention, everyone will feel your energy. They're gonna feel your greatness. They're gonna feel your vibe. You can start realizing that when you walk in a room, people may even stand up by your presence. They might double look at you. They think that you're onto something. They think that you're out of this world. They're looking at you intently. They're studying you. They're asking questions to you. They're in awe of your greatness. And this is what you're becoming. You have a supercharged aura that is very quote unquote one, intimidating, and two, very sought after. People want to have this energy. You might even start realizing that guys in general, they might look at you just with a little bit of a harder look, because you're stroking their greatness. See, the thing is like once you start feeling really good about yourself, you're gonna start looking at the best in other people, and now you guys can create synergy to create something monumental. This is why it's important to surround yourself with people who are like-minded, people who are like-minded than you. Because if you surround yourself with people who are like-minded, you guys can create something very wonderful. You guys can create energy, create some wonderful things. But the thing is, if you're always surrounding yourself by negative people who are always complaining, people who are always saying saying life is hard, or people who are always who are not aware of their quote unquote spiritual power, then you're going to feel like you're less than you are. You're gonna feel like you're less than you are. You keep surrounding yourself with people who are not earning some sort of income. They're not hitting the gym. They're just stragglers. They have time for everything. They don't have a definite purpose. They're just existing, but they're not really going anywhere. And if you surround yourself with these type of people, you're gonna be like these type of people. You become the sum total of the people that you surround yourself with. So you have to ask yourself the questions: who are you surrounding yourself with? What are you paying attention to? How easily are you getting distracted? What is your most dominant thoughts? Because your thoughts create your reality. So you have to start realizing, what are you habitually thinking? Because whatever you habitually think about is going to manifest. Thoughts materialize, words materialize, feelings materialize, you have to go to the edge. You have to become something. You have to become great, and people feel this greatness oozing off of you when you walk in the room. If you have, quote unquote, even for an example, if you don't know anything about energy, blah blah blah, but you have even the slightest bit of a physical presence, you're gonna be sought after because people are attracted to the person who has more to the means of life, who looks like they built something over time. This is why Amazon is so popular, because it's the test of time. This is why Tom Brady is sought after, because he stood the test of time. People are attracted to the things that stand the test of time. So you have to be like this. You have to stand the test of time. You can't give in. You can't complain. You have to realize why you're doing things. You have to see, the thing is, there's this thing called like vibration in circles. Like, we have people who are operating, who are complaining in this world, and then we have people who are complaining in this world. But you're on top. You're no longer in vibrational alignment with people who like to complain. And when you're not in vibrational alignment with people who like to complain, you can become more productive, because you no longer are giving any energy to the negativity. It's about cause and effect. The more you give your attention to, the more it manifests. So you can't give your attention to people who complain. You can't give your attention to people who don't think they have any say in anything. You can't give your attention to people who think they're helpless, because this type of energy is going to rub off on you, and then you're going to feel the same way. So you have to feel your presence will be felt. You're becoming someone who is an innovator, who can stand the test of time, who is on to something, who is creating something, who's not just everybody's man, who is advancing, who is becoming someone. He is finding himself. You're finally finding yourself. Because the thing is, people love distractions. They love to do things. They don't have any purpose. They don't have any mission. They come home from work. They sit on the couch, they entertain themselves with meaningless activities, and they call it a day. But you're onto something. You think outside the box. You really think that you can do something very, very wonderful in this reality. You're not giving your attention to naysayers or negativity. There is a law of divine compensation, and one of the rules is to be proactively positive. You have to be positive. It comes down to being very positive, regardless of what is currently happening. We never give in. We never say things that we're in lack. We're always becoming better. We're never giving in. We're always becoming better. And once we're always becoming better, better things are coming to us. People always have a problem with money. They think it's a zero-sum game. They think that all the rich people are hogging. They think the 1% is hogging all of the money. Think about how crazy that sounds. They think the 1% is hogging the money. When you start realizing money is not a finite source, it's an infinite exchange of energy. And if you start realizing that it's not a worldly thing, it's literally an exchange of energy. You're not going to be limited by the thoughts of all the quote unquote elites, all the rich people, all the 1%ers are hogging all the money. That's not how it works. Money is not a zero-sum game. It comes to the person who emits service. You are paid in direct proportion to service rendered. So you have to start realizing how can you become more of service to something? How can you become more valuable? Money comes to the person who is valuable. Selling is one of the highest paid professions if you're good at it. But you have to increase your value. You have to have something of value, especially if you're a man. If you're a man, you have to have something of value. Even being slightly more physically appealing is something of value. Having nice features is something of value. You have to do something that gives you value. Having having comical energy and having high emotional intelligence is something of value. If you don't have anything to really offer, you're gonna be left behind. This is no land for the weak. In my area, like in terms of like leasing, like it's even an apartment market, real estate, all those things, the market is going through the roof. You literally have to quote unquote be comfortable. You have to be making at least 6 figures in this area just to be quote unquote comfortable. So if the market is literally saying that you have to literally be an above average person just to make a comfortable living. This is what the market is saying. So you can't even afford to be low value anymore. You can't even afford to be low value, because if you don't have any value, you can't pay for anything. You can't be anything, and you're gonna always have to depend on other people, and it's just not going to work, especially if you're a man. So you literally have to be high value just to be able to live nowadays. We've seen it. We've seen the prices of gas. It's literally $5 a gallon. This isn't 1995 anymore. This isn't 2005. You literally have to have multiple sources of income, and you have to have a skill that's you're better than most people at, just to make a comfortable living nowadays. You literally can't be low value anymore, because the market is going up. The prices are going up. You either become something or you stay the same. It's up to you. So yes, people will feel your energy. People will feel who you are becoming. People will buy into what you're producing, because you have belief. We live in a belief-driven universe. All things come to those who believe. So it's up to you. You can be pouty, you can be negative, and you can never get anywhere. Or you can finally maybe even start out in delusion, but finally catch up to yourself and act the part until you actually get what you want, and never give in to anything that says that is less than what you think you deserve. So yeah. Yes, you literally have to be a higher valuable person just to be able to make a living nowadays. And that's it. People will feel your energy. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, share the video if you found that valuable. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and you share it, and then we'll see you in the next video. Make sure you also submit a question down below if you have any questions about law of attraction or anything metaphysical, and then we'll see you later. Peace.